Hey there, Jack and Jill Motorcycle out there in YouTube land. As you can tell, I've done all these little intros and outros all at once. I'm wearing the same shirt. I'm in the same place. This is my shed. Welcome to my shed. This is where I keep my bikes. I don't really work on them here because no lift. And I'm just old enough that I don't want to sit on the floor to work. I'll do it if I have to, but I don't really want to. So now we're going to take on the oil in the drive shaft. Now that sounds like a weird thing, but remember, this is an old bike. This is a 1976 BMW R90/6, and the /6 generation has oil in the swing arm to help keep the end of the drive shaft in good condition. It's the end that matches up to the final drive. This is not an expensive thing. You need 2 crush washers. They're the same size. If you tell your parts dealer you need crush washers that are 130s, 130, they'll know exactly what you mean, and you need 2 of them. You'll also need a quart of gear oil. I use 80W90, other people use 75W90. The important thing is that you use a high quality gear oil. I use Lucas oil in this video, but I've used plenty of other brands. If you're paying attention, you'll see that what comes out is red. That's a different brand. You only need 1 tool for this because both bolts are the same size. I didn't write it down on this, and I should have brought my other cheat sheet. I think it's a 17mm socket. An extension might come in handy just because you got to deal with the wheel, and if you have panniers on your bike, you might have the rack that those mount to. So it's a little fiddly just to get in and out, but you can definitely do it, and you only need the 1 tool, plus a torque wrench, of course, and you'll get the torque values in there. Thanks to Morton's BMW for giving me the space and the opportunity to do these on video. I really appreciate the there. Remember to, like, subscribe, ask questions. I'll come back periodically and check the comments section for questions, answer as best as I can. And as always, thanks for supporting the BMW Motorcycle Owners of America. Your membership makes it possible for me to make videos like this. Thanks a lot, and here we go with the drive shaft oil. I got 150 milliliters left in my bottle. 150 is what goes in the drive shaft. So we're gonna do the drive shaft next. The drive shaft fill is right here. I know it looks like it should be on the final drive, but it's not. You have to trust me on that. I'll show you the final drive in a minute. So that is 17, and the fill, or the drain, which is underneath, you can't see me, it's down here by this finger. Hello! That's a 17 as well, so they're the same size bolts. By the way, this swivel head ratchet is one of the most useful things I've ever bought. It's really great for getting into weird angles. Remember, crush washer, always crush washer. And here's the drain for the swing arm. The final drive drain is here. That's on the bottom of the swing arm. So position and you may need to help it a little bit because it's very close to the tire. And you don't want to get gear oil on your tire. Ooh, I made it pretty close. Crush washer. So you can see with these, this is the fill and this is the drain. They even look exactly the same. And what I'm using for this is Lucas Oil Heavy Duty High Performance 80W90. It's what was available at my local auto parts store. I think I had red shockproof or something like that in there earlier. New crush washers. Drive shaft drain and fill, both 14 Newton meters. Now we're going to put the 150 milliliters in. Let me verify that. It's 150. And if you have a short wheelbase, it's a little less. You want to make sure you look up the amount for your bike. For the 1976 R90/6, it is 150. And you don't want to rush this one because there's not a lot of room. It's got to get past the end of the drive shaft, and that's right at the top of that hole. So you want to just kind of gently squeeze it instead of, barreling it in there like you would with the transmission. I'm noticing that the nuts that hold the final drive onto the end of my swing arm are rusty, so I'm probably going to have to address that sooner or later. It's probably nothing, but it could be indicative of a problem, and at the very least I'll need to chase the threads on the bolts, the studs sticking out of the final drive, to make sure they don't corrode. All right, there's 150 milliliters in the swing arm, and that is also going to be 14 Newton meters. Put that rear foot peg down, that'll give us a little room to maneuver. All right, there we go. After watching that, I hope you're telling yourself, well, that was really easy. No gaskets, no scraping, it was easy. If Wes can do it, I can do it, which is the whole point of these Airhead Maintenance 101 videos. You can do this. In 2025, when I made this video, there are a lot of dealerships that won't work on old bikes, which means you have to find an independent shop or do it yourself. Some dealerships will work on them. You need to call your dealer, ask them, figure out if that's what you want to do, call your independent, talk to them, find out if that's what you want to do. Things like changing the oils, you can definitely do yourself, even if you don't have a lift and you're stuck lying on the ground. You could easily do this lying on the ground. Drive shaft oil, not difficult. Depending on the year of your bike, you either need 100 cc's of oil or you need 150 cc's of oil. My bike needs 150 because it's got the long swing arm. Make sure you check your owner's manual or your shop manual to get that quantity correct. And I mentioned the torque on the drain and fill bolts in the video, so you'll have to go back and look at that because I don't remember what it is anymore. Thanks again. Take it easy. We'll see you in the next one.